Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna, and today, honestly, I'm just going to chat with you. There are a few things that are going on, like some things that I am doing that I want to show you and talk to you about. And there's a couple of things that I just need to put my opinion on, just because I just feel the need. So we're going to start with something I've talked about in my last video about changing my cover photos on my listings. So for the past few days, today is Tuesday, I have been taking my photographs and I've been, upgrading them. I've been putting new backgrounds via Photo Room into my cover photos. So I have been editing listings, and then I've been delisting and relisting on the opposite platform, and I've switched that back and forth. So I have some new listings on Posh Canada and some new listings on Posh US, and then I'm editing and doing whatever on each platform. This weekend, my sales were really, really good. Like for me, they were really great. Things were like hopping and I was really happy. And I really do think that was because I was doing all of this work. I think since I started, I'm up to almost 150 listings that I have been redoing. And that is a lot of engagement on Poshmark. And we all know that one of the crucial things with Poshmark is engagement, being busy, being active on the app. They love that. The more active you are, the better the algorithm seems to be. So with that in mind, it got me thinking about when I first started on Poshmark 4 years ago, when Poshmark Canada came to Canada. There was this whole big thing about the 30-minute method. If you remember that, let me know down below in the comments. I did write it all down because I don't remember it all. So the 30-minute method was: share 30 of your items from your own closet, share 30 from the feed, list or relist 3 items, follow your followers, follow new users, welcome new poshers, and then return all the shares and follows from the last 30 minutes. Basically, all this was to increase your engagement on the app, to get your activity up there on the app. And it was designed for people that just didn't have the time to do everything that Poshmark really required in order to be successful. So now I know that now automation has taken the place of a lot of that. I mean, I don't share anymore. I don't share other people's items. I don't follow people. That's all done automatically for me. So that's a really great thing. I mean, I am 100% behind the automation. It saves me so much time and aggravation, and I think, I'm very thankful that I don't share anymore. I think that's just an activity that just annoys me to get out. Now, one little thing on a side note with the automation, I know that there are people out there that say, oh, I don't want to use automation because it's against terms of service and I don't want my closet suspended, etc. I understand that. And there is that small risk that you take using automation. But just to clarify, on Poshmark, automation is in the community, in the community guidelines. It's not in terms of service. I don't know if that makes a huge difference. I know that Poshmark frowns. I don't know why I put Poshmark in quotes, but they frown upon automation. Okay, fine. But Poshmark themselves uses automation, so I don't know. But with that in mind, if all you do is use automation, and I mean, I rely on my automation all the time. I don't share, I don't follow, I don't send out offers very often, and I don't even do silent shows. But I wonder if there's a difference between automated engagement and organic engagement. So for the last week or so, I've been doing a few things just on my own manually. I've been changing my backgrounds and listing and editing and cross-listing and a whole bit, but I've also ran a silent show manually. That was a pain in my butt. I did not enjoy doing it at all. There was a glitch and I did not have a chat in the silent show, so if somebody said something to me, I have no idea. Somebody did buy something but then changed their mind because they wanted to bundle and they never did. But you know what? It is what it is. But I found that maybe doing a few things manually, because it's a little different than the automation, maybe that is sort of kicking my closet or my listings up in the algorithm. So I do recommend, maybe once in a while just going in and following a few people, maybe welcome new postures, even though I've never really understood that, but maybe run a silent show by yourself or manually and see if it makes a difference, and edit and relist manually as well. Once in a while, I do relist on Posh Sidekick as well. So I don't know if that's going to be working, but I think there may be a difference between automated engagement and organic engagement. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and tell me whether or not you actually do anything manually anymore. Okay, moving on. Thinking of silent shows, live shows. Of course, there's two big camps here. Hate live shows, love live shows. I'm in the middle. I have to be honest with you. I don't really want to do a live show, even though I've promised that I will do one. They're not my cup of tea. They're just really not. I went into a couple of live shows the other day because I wanted to buy something and I wanted to get the really good deals, because you can get really good deals on live shows. And I found it really annoying waiting for an item to come up. And I found it annoying when nothing was listed in their catalog, in their list. So I couldn't tell whether or not they had my size or they had what I was looking for. And to sit here and wait for like an hour for something to come up that I might like was just annoying to me. I have better things to do with my time. And I know that you could engage in the chat and say, hey, do you have this size? Do you have anything like this? And I know you can do that. And I just didn't want to bother. I found after like 15 minutes, I was incredibly bored and I just left. I was like, no, I'd rather sit and use that 15 minutes and scroll through people's listings and find something that I like. So for me, as a buyer, live shows are not for me. They're just not. When I go to live auctions in person, you can get a gist of when the item's coming up and you can go do other things, or you can, talk to your neighbor or whatever. So it's a little bit different. When somebody in a live show has a list and they're going down the list, you can tell that too. So for me, that would be much more enjoyable because I can go back and forth. But live shows are here to stay. Whether you like them or not, whether you do them or not, I don't think they're going anywhere. Like I said before, PoshFest is all about live shows this time. So obviously they're not going anywhere. I personally don't like them, but I'm not against them. Some people are very successful. Some people are really, really good at them. And some people are incredibly unprofessional, and I would not buy from them ever. So it's up to you. But that's all I'm going to say about live shows. They're here to stay. Learn how to deal with them and how they affect your business, and see what you can do to counteract their presence, because they're here. So, okay. Another thing that's come up with Poshmark is people keep saying that, when it comes up, well, what do you want Poshmark to do? What improvements, what features? They keep talking about cross-border shipping between Canada and the US. I'm going to go on record and say, don't hold your breath. I cannot see that happening in the foreseeable future. I'm talking probably not within the next 5 years. That's an opinion. I have nothing really to base that on, except for Posh Canada and Posh US are two different entities. And yes, in the long run, it would save me a lot in some ways, because I wouldn't have a cross-border shipper. I wouldn't, or would it become like eBay and I would just list on Posh US, because it is a bigger market. Because we tend to list on ebay.com, not on ebay.ca, because it's a bigger market. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I know that, was it last year, 2 years ago, Poshmark tried to, get Purelator, which is like FedEx, here to do our shipping. And it was a poop show. And it was announced just when it was happening. We had no prior knowledge. It lasted 2 weeks. And they just threw it in the garbage. And it would have been fantastic as a seller, because shipping would have only been $8.99, which if you're in Canada, that is really good shipping. So I don't know. It was a poop show, so I can't see them being able to go across the border. I don't think they have I'm going to say they don't have the knowledge yet to do that, or they don't have the presence to barter a good sort of deal with that. I don't know. I don't think cross-border shipping is coming ever, but we'll see. I'm just putting that out there. Okay, a couple more things. Lowball offers. Okay, this is something we're all dealing with. I mean, I had something listed for $60 and somebody offered me $25, which is like, it's like, come on. So I did counter and they came up a little bit and I countered back. I haven't heard back yet. I don't like lowball offers. For the most part, I do deal with them. But the story, and this is a story, this is the story. I don't know why I said that twice, but this is it. Somebody posted in a Facebook group that they had a low offer. And you know what? I know it's frustrating. And I forget what the actual prices were, but they ended up going back and forth with counters. And they were honestly $2 apart. The seller had sent an offer at a certain amount and the buyer countered at a certain amount, and that was just not enough. So the seller declined it. The buyer came back and went up a little bit. Seller declined it. The buyer came up again, and there was a $2 difference. And the seller was really upset. Upset's not the right word. She was frustrated because she was like, that was my offer. That was what I was going for. So I ended up declining that, relisting the item for more money, and the buyer came back and paid more for it. And I thought, okay, she only ended up paying like $5 more for it. And I'm like, all of that time for very little money. And I don't understand the going back and forth, the wasting of the time. If you don't want to waste your time, if this amount is your last offer, tell the buyer, that's my last offer. I'm not going back and forth, and that's it. Don't waste your time. Your time is money, so stop wasting your time on people who don't want to pay what you want them to pay, or for $2. $2 is not worth your time. That's that's just my theory, okay? You can come at me if you want. You can tell me if it's worth it. I don't know. I don't mind countering lowball offers. For the most part, I do. If they come up a certain amount, then I will counter again. If they come up $1, I decline it and just walk away because I'm not playing the game. My time is worth money. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about is no matter what you do in this business, you will not make everyone happy. That's it. You will not make everybody across the board happy because everyone is so different, right? I may package my items beautifully and send it to someone and they're upset because I didn't use recycled packaging. You know what? That's fine. That's their prerogative. But you know what? I'm not worried about it because I'm going to do what I want to do to begin with. If they had told me, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy this, but if you can, could you use recycled packaging? Because I would really appreciate that. Then I would try my best to do that. Absolutely. As long as the item was safely packaged. I am not sending something glass in a soda case, a soda box case, or in a cereal box. They are not made for shipping. They are this thin. So no, I wouldn't do that. I want a proper box with proper packaging. So you're not going to make everyone happy. That's just the way it is. Like I said, I mean, I've had reviews where they're like, well, it doesn't fit me. And I'm like, that's not my fault. And that's whatever it is. And for the most part, it's you water off a duck's back because you're not going to make everyone happy. And that's okay. That is absolutely 100% okay. Anyway, that is it for today. Just a quick little chat with me type of video. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. I do believe I'm going to the bins on Thursday. I do believe. Not promising, but we'll see. And if so, I will show you what I got on Friday. Okay, everyone. I'll see everyone on Friday then. Bye.